DJ, you go crazy.
DJUTV, let them know who we got in the building.
Crazy James, man. Y'all already know, man. One and only.
Crazy James, what you on, gang?
I ain't on shit, man. Bowling, man. You know, living life.
For sure, man. Welcome back to DJUTV, bro. It's a pleasure to have you. And this interview is brought to you by Authentic Best Buds. Put some of that in your lungs. Shout out to my folks out in Boston. Crazy James, what's been going on with you, man? Look, the last interview we did, you shocked the people. They didn't think you was that intelligent, bro. Like, they thought you was gonna come up here and be saying a whole bunch of rah-rah, but you had sounded like you was just reading the encyclopedia around that motherfucker.
Like, shit, it go with the saying with never judge a book by its cover.
Word.
I don't gotta flex no diplomas or nothing like that to have knowledge.
That's a fact.
It ain't hard to believe. You could talk to a man on the street, think he homeless and dumb the whole time. He making more sense than what you saying. They're like they say when people talking riddles, there's always a key thing in the riddle. I'm just a piece of my bad, miss a piece. You know? Ain't nobody just, realize what a worth is. So that's all that is.
Yeah. Do you get that often though? Like a lot of people like judging you?
They like, not to cut you off, like, yeah, like, they like, oh man, I thought you was gonna be. Yeah, man, I don't, just keep your perception of me then. Once you get to know me, like, all right, man, real cool. Bro, laid back. I don't be on that. People just be like, the name, that shit, man, forget that shit, I ain't gonna lie. It's bigger agendas.
You ever think about changing your name to stray away from that type of stigma?
Yeah. No doubt about it, but it's like, I redefine crazy in my own terminology, because a person that's crazy actually is a genius. Cause like, if I had a crazy idea, people like, man, bro, that's crazy. You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't think that, oh, I'm crazy, drooling crazy, nah. I'm a different crazy. You know?
They say Kanye West crazy.
That man ain't crazy.
Niggas call me crazy. I say, DJ, you go crazy. You hear me?
You know that?
That's a fact.
You know that. If you don't go crazy, how you supposed to for real? Am I wrong?
So you say
If you go crazy, that's what I'm saying. If you go crazy, you get noticed, right?
Right.
Like a person say, man, he just went crazy on that verse.
Right.
You know?
So
it's a lot of terms to crazy out here. Mm-hmm. So you can't just say crazy. Y'all gotta start thinking when y'all saying things.
I mean, like crazy ain't always a bad thing.
Not at all.
For sure. So what would you say you garnished a lot of your knowledge at? Was it when you was locked up?
Not necessarily. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like I did garnish, like I read a lot of stuff like that opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. And that's cool, but growing up, I ain't always wanted to be in the streets though, because I seen, coming from projects, what it could do. I seen the snake stuff firsthand when I was like, I said like 7, 8, you know? Mm-hmm. So I'm just big on loyalty because a lot of people don't get that. I embrace people. So I ain't gonna never give you no ill intention to hurt me. But once you do something to hurt me, I'll best off, you know? Ain't no second time, because the second time be worse than the first time. Who's to say you may do something to take me out this way, you know? So
what was that
experience? I grew up like I went to the centers and stuff, seen how they worked and whatnot. I listened to mentors and stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie, I was always in the streets. Like, I've been paying attention like playing chess, because that's a mental game. Reading, I like to read. I never used to read out loud because I feel like you gotta impress somebody. As long as I got my answers right, as long as I got my problems right, that's what it is, you know? But being laid back, then kicking with everybody, somebody always gonna pick with you for being cool, you know? Never pick a fight, fights pick me. You know? So I always thought about that shit, so it always go in one ear after, oh man, he did this. If he don't show me he did that, I ain't gonna take your word. I learned to read people, within reading people is self-knowledge. Like you read the book, Knowledge of Self, it's gonna say the same thing. You moving off straight, intellectual, you know? It's like when you talk to your kid and they're 3 years old, they don't know definition of words, but they know how to use them, right? Am I wrong?
You're right. Now you had said something interesting before our interview. You was talking about the time spent on Earth.
Yeah, for sure.
And how our calendar got 12 months when it's probably 13.
Yeah, for sure.
And you start getting real deep. I'm like, damn.
13 months in a year. They always tell you when you talk to somebody, man, it's 4 weeks in a month, right? That's 28 days. Now, all the other days, I don't know, the 31 days and a 30-day month, if you add on the days up, that's another 21 days. Now, how I figured that out, honestly, when I was a kid, I ain't gonna lie. I got locked up, and I'm looking at their calendar, but it's 12 months, but it's 13 numbers on there. In actuality. It goes straight across the 12 and the 13 at the bottom, but it's 12 months.
Well, so what was it that you was looking at? That said,
It's a calendar.
Okay, it's a calendar.
It's a see-through calendar with white. It's a white month on there, but it's on the board. It got gray numbers on there, and it go up to 13.
Okay. Cause like you said, it is 4 weeks in the month. 7 times 4, that's 28. A lot of days, or a lot of months got 30 days or 31 days.
Yeah.
February, the only month with just 28.
So if you do 28 on 365 right now, how many times you want to do that? 13.
Damn, that's crazy. I literally never thought about that. You heard what I just said? I said, damn, that's crazy. Crazy damn. For real. So what do you think? Do you think we off schedule with life, or are we ahead of our time?
I say we both. Because we ain't off schedule because we advanced than another civilization. You know? But we off because we speeding ourselves, we forcing ourselves to age. Age is a thought process. You see people that's 50 acting like they 25, healthy. Better shape than the person that's 25. I see this. I see the man that was 75 doing push-ups on his nose. 75 doing push-ups on his nose. Come on, man. It's real. The average person, like, they used to say the average black man lifespan is 80 years. You can Google that. But your lifespan is supposed to be 150, like when I said earlier. I asked, you want to see 150, and the time was what?
It was 1:50 p.m.
I ain't had no phone in my hand or nothing. That's just the universe talking.
Yeah, I was going to tell the people that Crazy James said I want to see 150 a little early before we started recording, and I looked at the clock and it said 150. I didn't know what he was talking about when he said I want to see 150, but I'm like, damn, I mean, it's 150 right now. So do you believe in like numerology and stuff like that?
No, I ain't gonna say I get off stuff like that, like all that number stuff. Like, nah, it be coincidental. Don't get me wrong, but I can't say that it ain't fact. I'm not gonna doubt that because I don't know nothing of that knowledge. But it may be possibilities, you know. It's always a possibility within a question. So ain't no wrong answers to certain questions.
Mm-hmm. So you said the black man lifespan is really 150 years?
The average man lifespan.
Okay.
Not black man.
Okay.
Humanity, period. Point blank, period. We don't have canines. That bitch means we don't supposed to eat meat. Right?
We talking about teeth?
Yeah.
Okay. Charleston White said the same thing.
You eat his food, you eat beef, don't you?
Don't eat pork.
Do you like beef? Pork is not the white man's diet. Pork is not the white man's diet. Beef is. Our digestive system is not even meant to digest beef. Our teeth are not even meant to chew meat. So what you telling me about pork for and you eat beef? One of the worst products, it's a dead carcass. And it takes 3 days to rot in your belly before your body can digest it. So what's your problem with pork? And most of the cancers come from beef. His red meat. He liked to drink blood. He liked to taste. So why are you eating beef, brother? That's his diet. We so miseducated, homie, we don't know nothing. We just divided by our bullshit belief system.
That's the truth, though. He ain't up in the head about a long shot. He fucked up, but he ain't fucked up.
Yeah. He did say the same.
Everybody different. You know? It's truth to what people saying, though. It got to rot in your belly to come out your system. You got to digest it. Whether it's a fruit and vegetables, it nutritions your body. It's not rotten, it's helping you. Which one you rather eat?
The fruit. So like stuff like pork, beef, all that, that's not good for us, right?
You always think in the biblical terms, sacrificing animals and stuff like that. You may see feasting one like but in our life, you gotta think about it. They say we descend from apes ate plants and fruits and shit, right? When you look at the Bible and shit happened, they still live to be like 100-something years old, always. When you eat that shit, I ain't gonna lie, you feel way more nourished in the morning. You get up, don't eat nothing else, eat you 2 oranges. I promise you're gonna have most energy all day. Eat you some fruit, you straight. I ain't saying drink no water, none of that shit. I'm saying eat you some fruit. You felt like you took a fresh breath, I ain't gonna lie.
You ain't lying, I agree. I've been trying to get my health and fitness on lately. I definitely been eating a lot of fruit.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, I just got like this because like, it's my son, really. You think about age and the mind frame, how they say in a year. I'm like, yeah, that's true. He gonna be this age by the time I'm this age. That made me, I gotta keep myself in order. Watching him, helping him, can't neglect myself in the process. I gotta change the way I'm living. I see my weight fluctuates. That's bad. Borderline diabetes. You feel me? They say, but I know my health. I got a clean health, is just weight. It's a conscious thinking. If you don't cleanse your body, who is? You don't go to the doctor, get you an IV. What's an IV? Oh, you get some fluids. After that, then what? You still got the same problem over again. Break the habit now.
A lot of niggas can learn something from you, Crazy James, if they just sit and listen.
Like I smoke, it's a natural herb. I ain't gonna lie, it helped the lungs expand. So, imagine being in cardiac arrest. If your lungs ain't used to expanding that hard on your lungs. That's my concept. Right? That's weird though.
I mean, I'm sure there's proof of concept, you know?
Yeah.
There's people smoking weed all the way through their 80s, 90s.
I know one right now, she's about 90 years old, still smoking weed.
Weed ain't never did nothing to nobody. Not that I know of.
For sure.
You know, a lot of people, I think people make more mistakes when they drinking alcohol than they do.
Yeah, because it throws it's like the chemicals in your brain off. This enlightens you. They don't want you smoking weed certain places. Then you gotta think about it like this. When you smoking, you calm down, you more conscious, you more focused. You got your everything you wanna do in the process. You ain't in a rush to do things. Am I wrong?
You're right.
I ain't gonna lie. But when I was locked up, I supplement that with chess. Long games of chess.
Word.
It's a thought process.
That's why you so smart. You was in that motherfucker playing chess.
I could damn near play every game, I ain't gonna lie. It's mental. I could play the game of chess without moving the pieces. Literally.
So when they say life is like a chess game, what does that saying mean? What does that phrase mean? Life is like a chess game.
Because you gotta protect your kingdom. I gotta be protected at all times. And that's your queen job. Your queen can do anything. She's a mistress, right or wrong. That's why you always know to post your woman on the internet like that. See, nowadays, like, you post your woman and whatnot, like, yeah, all right, I post my woman, all right. But I ain't looking for that. But history is what it is, but you gotta move a certain way out here. But when you're on a different path, you ain't thinking about that. It avoids you as long as you move in the right precautions in the right direction. But if you're going in the same environment, doing the same thing, repeat the process, you expecting the same thing, think you're gonna do something different. It's not gonna work that way. You gotta change the environment, change your circle.
So in chess, you got the king, you got the queen, pawns.
2 bishops, 2 knights, 2 rooks. Your rooks are your 2 walls. Your blind spot, they blocking the whole line. Defense, same thing as your knights jump out in the air. It sees stuff nobody sees. That's supposed to be your right-hand man's.
Right.
That's how I move, I ain't gonna lie. I got 3 niggas I trust real live, I know like 100%. The drop of a dime, a drop of a hat. There's no question behind that.
For sure.
So you gotta think about it, 2 knights, 2 bishops. My queen is right there.
So what's a checkmate? What you gotta do to get a checkmate?
You know what you gotta do? You gotta infiltrate their kingdom. As long as you don't let nobody get to you, you cool. If I can get to you, that's a problem. That's a checkmate. You don't want to be touched, right? I don't want to be touched. So it's always a defense. The best offense is a defense. Because you're waiting for the second man behind him to move instead of what he doing. That's what people up at. Forget what he doing. Watch his man's. Peripheral.
No doubt.
DJ, you go crazy.